Good evening. This is the video newsletter for buysellshort.com for Thursday, May 8th. Pretty choppy session today. We actually ended up despite new record in crude oil, new record in gasoline prices, and the same old song and dance continues in the energy market. Funny thing is, the biggest driver has been the distillates market, heating oil and just going to new highs, and that's actually pushing crude oil higher, even though, crude oil supplies are just sloshing around like they've never sloshed around before. Here we have the Dow 15-minute chart. We fell out of that bullish or bearish falling wedge that we were trapped in over the last couple of days, or last few days, and now we've fallen into a bullish falling wedge. If we actually flip over to the daily chart, things look pretty good today. We're actually able to hold the 20-day exponential, and we're still above the uptrend line on the Dow daily chart. And as I mentioned, as long as we stay above this level, everything should be decent. Breakout is a close above the 200-day moving average, which is 13,030. So if we get a close above 13,000 tomorrow or Monday, odds are pretty damn good we're going to see a nice squeeze to the 13.3 to 600 area on the Dow. Dow daily still looks pretty decent. We've got uptrend line support and stochastics that should see a bounce tomorrow. And RSI is also holding above 50. If we flip back to the 15-minute chart, it's pointing towards continuation tomorrow. RSI is on an uptrend. If we scroll down further, we've got stochastics also coming out of the basement as well, and a positive ADX cross. So the 15-minute chart also looks pretty good. We should at least see a test of 13K, if not tomorrow, Monday at least. SMH chart continues to coil at the highs. It's been holding its 8-day moving average, which is at 3144. We've hit our original target, which was the 200-day moving average that we called way back here in the 28th. So, not bad. That's a $4+ move, 15%. If we get a close above 32.25, the SMH is off to the races again. But the one problem we see here is volume has died here. It's over the last couple of weeks on this breakout, volume's actually gotten lower and lower and lower. Not what we'd like to see. Stochastics trading above the 80 level. This is what you would expect to see on a stock or an index that's trading at its highs. So would keep an eye. If we get a close below 31.44, we're probably going to see a test of the 30.50 to 31 area on the SMH. New plays. ONT. This chart doesn't really help us much, but breakout would be a move over $1. ONT had a press release that was actually released by Java or Sun Microsystems, and after hours, ONT software is now going to be included on all Java applications. Multi-year deal, and just huge exposure for ONT. Surprisingly, the stock didn't really break out today. It is on Scamex, so that is part of the reason, but volume did tick up, so keep an eye on this one. We might see a delayed reaction to this news, and this is a stock that's been bouncing around on its lows, so getting it here in the 90s with eyes on a move to the 120 area near term. If we scroll down, stochastics are coiled, on-balance volumes coiled. We've got a nice cross on ADX from strong negative to strong positive, and RSI is above 50, so I'm thinking ONT should go in the next day or two. Small cap energy plays, of course, were on fire today thanks to oil. BCON looks set for another bounce. We had a nice turnaround on this one today. It held its support line, and this next pop could easily take it to 140 to 150. RSI, we have a bounce off 50. Stochastics, we've got support here, and on bounce volume we came back, but then saw a spike back on this one. So I'm thinking if we see continuation in the oil and small cap energy plays, we could see Beacon go on a nice little run here over the next couple of days. Last stock I'm going to mention tonight is AGEN. Been calling this one over the last couple of days. On the close today, we had a nice pop on this one. Looks coiled near term. Also, like I mentioned in the chat room, we've got ASCO. That's the big yearly cancer conference in 3 weeks' time. I believe it's at the end of May till like the 4th of June. And every year we see the small cap biotechs just absolutely take off. AGEN, if you remember, 3 weeks ago we had the huge spike on this one on the approval of its cancer vaccine in Russia. AGEN is the only company that has an approved cancer vaccine in the world. So when ASCO rolls around at the end of the month, they're going to be doing pieces of this on CMBS. So keep an eye on this one. Chart looks really, really good. RSI is about to break 50. Let me scroll down here. We're about to get a positive MACD crossover. ADX is strong, and if we scroll down even further, stochastics bouncing up nicely. Chart looks really, really, really good here near term. Any dips to the 220 area would consider an excellent add opportunity on this one, with 250 plus being first target here. That is pretty much it for the video tonight. It's kind of been a frustrating market over the last couple of days. A lot of stocks just not really bouncing, but last 30 minutes of the day we actually started to see some movement in a lot of stocks. So this may be a sign that we should see some nice scalps over the next couple of days. That's it for the video tonight. I'll see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.